What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday night. It's freaking Friday, and I couldn't be happier than to be here with you. My lighting's all messed up. The birds' heads are falling off. Got my balls on. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing with these. This feels right. It feels right. Hopefully all of you are having an amazing evening. I am doing wonderful. Sorry for the delay. I am 10 minutes late. That's unacceptable, and I'm very sorry. I had to update the description of the live stream so that I could send people to a location in a little bit. So I did that, and yeah, you know, getting kids ready, just running around the house, doing all sorts of stuff. But we're here. We are here, and it is time to be friggin' live. No. I need new lights. I gotta get new lights. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get new lights. I don't want it that. Oh, ooh. A little bit. No, I don't want that though either. Just a little. Now my white balance is all screwed up on my face. Whatever. I mean, my eyesight. I can't tell what's what anymore. That's all right. No problem. We're fine. Everything is fine. No worries. Everything's going to be great. Thank you all for coming in tonight. I appreciate it. I'm very sorry I'm late. The mom's here. Christian is here. Dave Markowski. Bourbon Bossman. Eric B. Gandy Road is announced. Derek Johnson. How's it going? Got a GTS, Bevies and Littleton. Yeah, I heard Bevies has got some friggin' drops this morning. I'm nowhere near a Bevies. I'm hours away from that area in Colorado, but good job, got a friggin' GTS. Oh, whoa, hell yeah. Oh, for all the people in the comments saying, oh, glad that I watched this video so that if I ever run into the dilemma of which one to get, idiot, thanks, just in case I ever have that problem. Well, guess what? I said if one person, and that's one person did. So eat it, all you commenters who said that it was a dumb video. I knew it was going to be criticized because it's GTS versus WLW, but mock me now. Good job, Derek. Because Miller's here, James Groff is here, Joe the Sample Guy. What's happening? Jeffrey Wack is in the house. What's up, Jeff? High five. Psh, love you, dude. Love seeing that name. Keegan's here. What's happening? Paul Clausen. Jason Coby is here. Jason, I'm playing a little surprise for the chat later, thanks to you. And I got your email last night, and I spent hours laughing. And I owe you another email back, but you are one talented guy. And holy crap. Lisa's here. Merry Christmas from Nebraska again. Yeah, right. It's a bot. Lisa the bot. Lisa with just an L for her picture. Not from Nebraska. I imagine there's got to be some people from there. But not until I mentioned, oh yeah, it's like people from Nebraska, nobody lives there. Never heard anybody be like, I'm from Nebraska until I ask. And then nobody's ever come to me and said that they're a bill collector for like their work. Hey, what do you do for a living? Like, oh, I collect on debts. I never hear anyone say that they're a creditor, which I imagine those jobs do exist. As a matter of fact, I know for sure that they exist, but no one ever admits it. Just admit it. David Tango is here. What's happening? 1 over 10 tonight? Hell yeah. High five. Psh. Andy Norris. Hallelujah. Late buttons. Oh, I'm late. I'm sorry. I intended to arrive earlier tonight, Jason. I really did. It was a bit of an issue. Michael H. Bill Kavanaugh's in the house. What's happening, Bill? I miss your friggin' face. I'm just happy this time of year. I went to run some errands with my 9-year-old daughter earlier, and just listening to Christmas music. It's like trap remixes of like but our Ford Maverick doesn't have great sounds. It's just a bunch of rattling and sounded terrible, but she got the point. Her dad knows how to rock out to Christmas music. Thad's here, sipping on still Austin. Still not going there, because Tanager cigar blend. Finally got to open. I need to send you a sip. I've heard some good things about it. JT is here. Up in smoked tamale. You tamale guy? You making tamales? Oh, you have a food truck? Is that a food truck in your picture? Where are you? Whereabout are you from? Where do you drive to, Tamale Man? Tell us more. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. It's Brittany. River Roots 12-year rye. Let's go. Hells yeah. Been tasting some more River Roots stuff lately from Cam the Man. Impressive stuff. Desert or Desert Motors, depending. I know. Dessert has 2 S's because you can get more of it. Someone comment a lot of that comment on my desert hunting video. Desert Motors, Merry Christmas, Matt. I'm sure you're going to nail one of these bottles on smell eventually. Maybe this year, maybe next year, possibly. Husband's from Omaha. Yeah, I would imagine if you live in Nebraska, you are from Omaha or Lincoln, right? Probably the only 2 places that have people. Unless you're on a farm in the middle of friggin' tornadoes. Yeah, right, Bill. If being one of the best people on the planet isn't a talent, pat yourself on the back. If you have 2 good bicep tendons, or 1. Ooh, little BK Light whiskey action. Hell yeah. Mom, you really ruined my point there. I had no idea. That's really funny. That's hilarious. Guess you're not old enough for Merry Crunkmas? Oh, yes you are. Wait, how old are you? I mean, I guess I'm 40. From the window to the wall, skeet, skeet, till the sweat dropped down my ball. That's just... Dave Vogel sang. Cheers, ADHD. Pick up 2 bottles of A. Smith Bowman Cask Strength Batch 3. Bang! From a liquor store in Illinois? I didn't know that those were being sold in liquor stores. I thought they were like distillery only or something. Fortunately, IU is not in the same class as ND. But what a great story. IU, ND. Notre Dame. I'm bad with letter combinations, unless they're states. Then I'm pretty good, but not great. Oh, my microphone's even on me. That's nice. I didn't even remember putting that on. I was in such a hurry. CJP Bourbon's in the house. Says, good evening, Matt, my mom, and the ADHD family here tonight. Merry early Christmas. That's right. The last live stream before Christmas, but we're going to hit it up again next Friday, the 27th. That's happening, for sure. Unless, of course, it doesn't, but I'm pretty sure it is. Toshi is supposed to be sending me and Cam a flight for a little bit of a battle. A Matt and Cam Christmas battle. Chris Norris, Merry Christmas, Matty. Thank you for the super chat. Merry Christmas. Right back at you, Mr. Chris Norris. Who's got a cute puppy? Who's got a cute puppy in the picture? If the dog is there by you, do you want to go outside and go potty? You want a treat? Who wants a treat? Oh, you're talking about friggin' football? That was Notre Dame. Ugh, yuck. We need an ADHD bowling tournament? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We need that, and it's got to happen. It's got to happen for sure. We will, eventually. Down Colorado Springs. Nice. I was just there in that area last week when I went and met up with Outlaw. Yellow. That was fun. It's kind of a haul from here, though. Through the mountains. Snow. Ugh. If you could only drink one bourbon for the rest of your life, what would you pick? I mean, King of Kentucky, if that was like, if I just I was able to choose, and there was like if there was an abundant supply of it, King of Kentucky all day, every day. Probably get sick. Well, no, I don't know. That's the jam right there. That's the jam. Mixture's 20 is also phenomenal. Yeah, Mixture's 20 this afternoon. I love hearing this. What in the world was that noise? Huh. Oh. What if it was only the 2024 King of Kentucky? Oh, no. Those are just single barrels. So there's going to be, I'm sure the majority of those are absolutely phenomenal. But the one I got as a sample was not the best barrel. So, absolutely. If it's a 2024 King of Kentucky, oh, well, how do you drink that for the rest of my life? Poor Matt. No, definitely. I'm sure that if it was that one barrel, then, now we're nitpicking. I don't want to do that. So, fun stream tonight. Cameron sent me a flight. And he did a flight from me last night. And he was like, 6 samples? Oh, Matt, 6 samples? He's got 7. He sent me 7. He must have forgot the day after he sent them that he sent me, what's the difference? It's like 7's one more. It's one more than 6. So I don't know what he sent. I would imagine that he's either going to be in chat at some point or hop on the stream. I don't know, because he didn't send me a key. But I've got these samples here. But also, I got my new Russell's pick just arrived today. So I want to taste that before we get started. And got a little treat from Jason Coby to go along with that. But first, if you aren't following what's happening with Barrel King, Jared and Rachel from Barrel King went on Barrel Run 2024. They left Bourbon, Missouri with a barrel of whiskey in the back of an automobile. And I'm sure it was all above board. Had to be. But they went on a date, a several-day date. Their first stop was in Midland, Michigan, at Evernorth Spirits. Dan and Sean blended in some 52% sherry-finished Sagamore rye into a base blend of 11-year 36% MGP bourbon that I blended. So they took that 11-year blend, added some 52% Sagamore rye sherry finished into it, and then some a really good Green River bourbon that they slapped on top of that. And then Jared and Rachel gave them hugs, and I'm sure said love you and all the good stuff. They put the barrel back into the vehicle, and south they went to Georgia. Eastbound and down. Was it eastbound? It's pretty close. Eastbound and down, loaded up in trucking. They're gonna do a barrel run 2024. They had a long way to go, and probably enough time to get there. But they went to 13th Colony in Georgia and had some fun. So they went to 13th Colony, and 13th Colony added in, some, I think, 8-year or 6-year. There is a link in the description that goes to their video, the Barrel King video that you need to watch for drop information. But 13th Colony added in a bourbon, and then they topped it off with 2025, the double oaked release. It's aging for the 2025 double oaked. So this barrel is gonna be wild. I haven't tasted it, but I would imagine it's gonna be wild. Anyway, what's this all for? It's for an amazing cause. So Jared and Rachel, who are obviously the most giving people on the planet, Rachel was on this channel talking about it a while back, but this is for charity. It's a charity barrel. 100% of the proceeds, or 100% of the money received for the bottles from this barrel being donated directly to charity. Half of it to an organization that their goal is to fight this type of childhood cancer. that their daughter Claire had, and then the other 50% is being donated to a family whose child is going through that right now. So that barrel is full. It's full to the top, and they dumped it. They're bottling it. They're shipping in January. Those bottles go on sale at 12 Central tomorrow. Noon Central tomorrow. For all of the information on that, like the best information and how to buy that bottle, there is a link in the description of this live stream, and it sends you over to Barrel King's YouTube channel. Go over there, subscribe to them, watch that video, and all the exact information is in there. I know I just glossed over it. It also is showing the trip, their trip to Evernorth, their trip to 13th Colony, and then the information about how to purchase a bottle. Man, they're amazing. Like those, could not be prouder to work with and for such an amazing, amazing group of people, and husband and wife combo. They're a freaking power couple, and I don't know. They've helped a lot of people in this community in more ways than one, and have benefited a few of us extremely financially. Like, man, I don't know where I would be this year if I didn't have the dental work done that they took care of for me. I don't know what to say other than support them. This bottle's going to sell out. There's not infinite, there's not like a ton of, there's only a barrel's worth. So if you don't get one, don't be mad. If you're able to get one, please do. And yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. They're phenomenal. So watch that video and you'll get the information. So 12 Central is 1 Eastern, 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific. That's just math. That Cameron Leach is a questionable character. Sorry, I was going through the comments here. It is a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while, though. Ooh, C924 down the hatch. Nice. All right, so I've got these samples from Cam, and I should have... It's been a busy day. I didn't even shoot today's video until this afternoon. I've been all over the place. So this is going to be loud. It's a lot of plastic. But while I do this, I have... Actually, one thing at a time. Settle down, Porter. The Russell's pick is dropping to patrons next Friday. Might have to do some tweaking with how the release is dropped if you're a patron. I still have to talk to a couple people and figure it out, because there have been some issues with terms and service and stuff for people. So I want to make sure that everything goes smoothly. But anyway, this drops next Friday to patrons. It is an 8-year, 350 8-year 359 day old Tyrone F Floor 4 Russell's pick. Short-ish barrel, 130 bottles out of the barrel. 130 bottles only. This was picked back in whenever the hell we were there. I don't remember. Months ago? A few months back? America. I haven't tasted it since then. I poured a little bit in the glass this afternoon, but it was ice cold. It came off the UPS truck, ice cold. So this is this. And in case you haven't heard about that trip, there is a story behind it. And the sticker that's going on this stickers going on this single barrel is this guy. Well, there's so many assets I have in my, there we go. Bing, it's Final Flight. Because I did go on a barrel pick that day, and I went to Kentucky with a drone. And then I'll hand it over to Mr. Jason Coby to tell the entire story. Here we are. Oh, I might want to turn this up a little bit. Enjoy this from Mr. Jason Coby.
So I was on a barrel pick lately, and I'm filming the grounds for my show. The leaves on the trees are all flying by as the buildings peek out from below. Whoa, coming in hot, I line up the shot. God, it's probably the best footage captured by man. Yeah, I'm steady as the wind blows, climbing up the windows, and just as I start my big pan, well, don't you know, I lose my drone, flying too carelessly. He's got ADHD. Now it's stuck on the roof of a rick house at Wild Turkey. I lose my drone, and what makes it worse for me is it happens when I'm on a pick with the bourbon junkies. Problematic. Problem is they don't have a bucket truck big enough to grab it. And Sean flew around and had it in his view. Yeah, I know I could get it with the drone, but it won't let me try. It says that I would surely lose the drone too. Problematic. Problem is Ryan thinks I'm too dramatic. And evidently Bruce Russell agrees, says fuck your drone, and they leave, drop me down on my knees. Brucey, please, oh, I lose my drone, and most of my dignity gets no sympathy, 'cause I'm falling apart right inside the distillery. I lose my drone. It hurts me financially. Buy all his whiskey, 'cause I'm still making payments for B-roll you'll never see.
That. Oh, it's starting over. Don't start over. Stop. That is Jason Coby, ladies and gentlemen. That is ridiculous. Holy shit. Wow, right? Like, so, that's an entire thing. That's a whole 2.5 minutes of talent. Turns out, Mr. Coby has been making songs for months for Madness 2024, which will be pushed into 2025. Next week, though, I'm going to be on with Cam, because Toshi just commented, what could be better than a Matt on a Friday night? What could be better? A lot of things could be way better, Toshi. But as far as I know, next week, Energy Saver turned on. Oh no, my computer's going to die. This isn't good. This is bad. No! Hello? Check, check, checky, check, check. I'm back. He's doing that thing. What did I do? So, I think I need a new power supply for my laptop because it has to, I think it just has to be in there just right now and like the right way. Otherwise it doesn't think it's plugged in or it's not getting enough juice. So it was plugged in, but it died anyway. It just gave up and powered down. So I had to I thought I was done for. I unplugged the thing, plugged back into the thing. It says it's plugged in now though. It's showing that it's plugged in, so that's a plus. Jeez Louise. Wasn't a bathroom break. Man, this is a drone and the drone's mysterious appear all over. It's obvious his drone went rogue. Maybe that's what happened. That could have been it. That could have been it the whole time. His warning lasts longer than mine. Well, it was still plugged in, so it must have been getting like a tiny little dribble. Anyway, what was I saying? How's the blood pressure? Not great, I don't think. Got a headache. No, blood pressure's good. The old blood pressure's under control. Engineered to fail. Just like everything, right? The power jack is what you plug your power cord into. Okay, so the power jack. Hopefully it's not the power jack that's the problem. Hopefully it's the power supply. Because that'd be bad if it were the computer. I've actually, since I've had this computer, I've always wondered about it because it just seems it's big and thick. It's a big thick plug. It's not like a little skinny. It's like a thick one. They plug it in, and it's always been a little like little sketchy, a little loose and wiggly and stuff. But seems to be now it's having an issue. I've been waiting for this issue for several years. Go back to see Toshi make super chat. Oh, what is this, Toshi? Damn, there it is. I missed that. Thank you. Poured up the 6 sample line last night and plan to have it heading you and Cam's way tomorrow. Awesome. Should be fun. I'll be 16 hours ahead of... Oh, in time. Holy cow. But I'm going to try to watch live as long as the wife doesn't kill. Toshi, thank you for the super chat, and thank you for supplying that flight. Toshi's flights are always ridiculous. Hopefully, it's just fun. I don't care what he sends. It's just fun to have a flight for me and Cam to do. So I appreciate it, Toshi. Thank you for your super chat. Thank you for doing that flight. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So there are some songs that... It's going to be a Matt and Cam Christmas, so I think that it's only appropriate that some of Jason Coby's work gets displayed next week. And we all get to enjoy it, sing along, have some new songs stuck in our head. So there's a few new ones that will come out next Friday from Jason Coby, who's an absolute friggin' superstar. Garage it's okay, it's contained. It's contained in the fireplace. Is there a Russell's with a bird sticker coming out? I think Chucky Bomber's just messing with me. Gonna be a fun one. Hoping to both make you guys wonder what the heck while enjoying some good whiskey. It's always what the heck. Always what the heck. Anyway, so this is the Russell's pick with the bird sticker. Next Friday it's coming. What is that noise? Oh. I got alerted to my children's step count for the day. They weren't wearing their watches, but it still alerted me. Technology. Anyway, this is a Tyrone F, floor 4, basically 9 years old. And I'm so happy I got this barrel. Dan and Sean have a barrel too, as well, that's coming out probably in January. And Ryan got a barrel, and theirs are, I think they're both Camp Nelson. And they picked those in the afternoon. I chose this one in the morning, and it was the one that we all enjoyed the most in the morning. And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I got the best one. Then they got some different barrels in the afternoon. I didn't really taste those too closely, but I think those ones are older and stuff. But this is a shorter barrel, and it is like so syrupy, like very oaky for a 9-year, and extra like. I'm so sick of saying cherry. So sick of saying cherry. But it's such a prominent note. And this is a very cherry-forward Russell's pick. A very cherry syrup oaky bugger. If I were to, I mean, it's hard to say because it's, I picked the, if I smelled this blind, I would think it's older than 9 years old. It just has a very mature feeling to it. Yeah. This was the first barrel we tried that day. Hell yeah. That is so funky turkey with oak and like barrel funk. And then what I'm always looking for is the tasting experience and how it just coats the mouth and just the experience from the front to the back. And then I start wondering about notes. Man, that finish, there's no nuttiness until the very finish, and it's just kind of like a tingle of it, which is the profile of the most in these Russell's picks, the ones that kind of just zap that nuttiness out of it, and this one has done that really well. Honestly, I just wanted a good reason to play that song tonight, because I had to. So good. I'm happy with that barrel, for sure. I love Russell's picks. They're so much fun. That is a lingerer. I'm happy with that. Yes. Every time you pick a barrel, and then... Oh, yeah, we went through the whole thing. There's a whole song about it, actually. Earlier, just rewatch the beginning of the stream when you're done with the stream, and you'll find it. It's next Friday it drops. But great song from Jason Coby. There he is. Phone is shutting down in 15 seconds. Uh-oh. Plug it in. Plug it in. Marty, what's up? Happy holidays. Sorry I've been absent here lately. It's okay. Come, go, whenever you please. And I'm happy you're here. Thank you, Marty, for being here. The proof on the Russells, they're all 110. I wish I would have known what it was like what it was at barrel strength before they proofed it down, but I'm not sure what it was in the barrel, but they're all bottled at 110 proof. So it's only 130 bottles after they added water to it, meaning it was a really short barrel. Warehouse Tyrone Q bottles of Russell's that are absolutely insane. Yeah, last year I had a Tyrone K. The Turkey Bomb was Tyrone K. This one's Tyrone F. Bruce Russell said Tyrone F got hit by a tornado. And all the beams inside of it are all twisted up and stuff. He wouldn't tell me more than that, though. So lower tiers won't even have a shot at it. Nice. I get the Patreon paywall, but it's still a bummer. Dude, I can't. I'm sorry. I don't. The funny thing... It's what's weird is like, and I understand how you feel, but like the majority of the picks lately have gone through all of the tiers. So everyone's had a shot at them. I mean, this one's a short barrel, and it's one that people get excited about Russell's picks. I'm sorry. I wish I could put more whiskey in a barrel. But there are a lot of times I can't really get in. I don't want to get into it. Are we able to purchase from your barrel pick? It's all done through Patreon. So patrons get first shot at them. If it goes through all the Patreon tiers, then it's made public. The majority of my picks lately have gone public. This one won't, because it's a Russell's pick and it's a short barrel. So it sucks because, of course, I want everyone to be able to have a shot at them, for sure. Totally get it, by the way, not bitching. Oh, no, I understand. And I don't... Sometimes I'm bad with words. That's why I stop myself, because I don't want to word something that I wish I worded differently. So I know that about myself, where I'm like, damn, dude, that is not how you wanted that to come out. But I totally get it. Thank you for... It does suck, though. I wish that there was more whiskey to go around. Tony Baggage friggin' donuts, hallelujah! Merry friggin' Christmas, Matt. Maker's Celery, cheers to you and chat. Nice. 2023 or 2024? I haven't had the 2024 yet, but the 2023 I was so up and down about, back and forth. There's more than that watching tonight. Yeah, tonight's a pretty, but not everyone's into everything, you know? Not everyone buys a barrel pick. Some of my best barrel picks were so slept on and nobody, like, they went through the tiers and I was like, holy cow. The Boulder one, a couple of the Backbone ones just were some of my favorites, and then they just made it through all the tiers. And I'm happy that people have the opportunity to, and if they pass on them, that's great. Like, there's so much whiskey out there, it's hard for people to buy everything, so I get it. But when it comes to sought after stuff, like, I'm very lucky to even be able to do a Russell's pick, to be honest. So I think last year's barrel was closer to 200 bottles. Thanks, Todd. Hey, me too. Tyrone F. Floor 4. Heck yeah. Wonder if they're sisters. 2023, Tony? Nice. I'm so sorry. This is going to be loud for a minute. If it's too loud, I can mute myself while I do it. I don't want to mute myself, though. Just trying to hold it away from the mic. It's a lot of the cellophane. Oh, I forgot how loud it was going to be. I didn't realize it. You know what? Maybe I'll use the knife. Maybe the knife is the better move here. So did anybody watch The Night Before? Like I mentioned, like I've asked so nicely. The Seth Rogen Christmas movie. Has anyone seen it yet? This one's G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The computer shutting down thing, like, completely threw me off, didn't it? That did a number on me out of nowhere. What in the world? I came back all flustered. Haven't seen it yet? Dang. Go with the chainsaw, right? Do they use a dull knife in The Night Before? They might, Eric. They might. It is pretty dull. Oh! Suppose it probably could use a good sharpening. I need new lighting. I need a new power supply for my computer. I need to sharpen my knife. It's too much happening. Too much. What's this letter? B? B. All right. So Cam sent this flight. He didn't give me any instructions about what he wants me to do with it. Therefore, I'm going to make up my own rules. That is not one. Yes, my wife and I rewatched it, having watched it once years ago. We loved it. It's a fun movie. It's fun. I watched the specific clips of Chucky Alarms, and now my entire family is saying hallelujah on repeat. This is D. A, B, C. America. D. Some of these are really dark. Now, Oh, that smells like bananas. That's weird. I just got a big whiff of banana. That's not it. That's empty. This is empty. Where'd I put them all? Oh, here's one. C. You need a micro tech? A standard size tech would be fine. As long as he's capable of working on knives and sharpening them, he could be regular size. But if Cam wants to come on and help me, that's fine. Get it, my micro tech. It's a joke. C. What in the, that's the color. Look at what in the heck? Dude, Cam, what in the world is that? It's like mud water. It's not super dark. It's just super brown. Huh. It's like if root beer got hydrated. No, I need to get a Discord though, for sure. I need to figure that out. Looks like no sortation errors with this plate, right? Oh my gosh. Oh, Jason, I played, so, damn it, I can't even talk to you about the music because I don't want to ruin anything for chat, but my kids love Imagine Dragons, and I played that one for them today, and they're like, what in the world is this? And they laughed pretty hard, but I wanted to record them and show it to you because they got a kick out of it. A, B, C, D, E. We are so close to being done here. So close. F. I'm not going to poke myself. My computer's still plugged in. Things, knock on wood, are going all right. All right. And F. All right, the flight is poured. Perfect, great. Close this before tragedy. All right, does your wife support your hobby? If so, what is your secret? I realistically don't drink much outside of this, if that makes sense. Like if I was drinking all the time, or if I was drinking, like if she wouldn't, but she understands that it's something I'm passionate about, and that I found a cool way to incorporate it into like me working, and I don't know, like. It's a rough patch. There's been rough patches. Like it's a very slippery slope, the entire thing. So I'm very lucky that she is supportive. I could understand some people not being. So, but she keeps a close eye on me, and I appreciate that. If she didn't, then who the heck knows? I don't know. I'm a very lucky guy. Let's go back up to the question from Michael Zielinski. Started drinking bourbon 2 years ago. How come more experienced bourbon drinkers prefer higher proof bourbons? Personally, I think that the higher proof stuff, Michael, is more flavor. So when it comes out of the barrel, it's concentrated. Like it's full of that whiskey flavor. When you start adding water to it, of course, you can get more product out of that barrel because you're watering it down to a lower proof. But just like anything, if you add water to anything, it doesn't taste as flavorful. Like if you try to make spaghetti sauce go an extra mile with like, to put a little bit of water in there and pour, you know what I mean? Like anything that you add water to takes that flavor down several notches. And that's the same thing with bourbon. When you start adding water to whiskey, you start to taste the flavor of alcohol and less flavor of bourbon, because you still have like, it's basically like a whiskey water. You know, it's 40% alcohol, but a lot of that flavor is just an alcohol flavored water. Whereas when it's coming straight from the barrel, it's as pure as it can get. So it's just more friggin' flavor. And that's why it doesn't even have to be higher proof necessarily. But when you start adding water to it, it just starts diluting it. So even you can have low proof barrel strength offerings that are just as flavorful. But that's why I think that new whiskey drinkers should taste higher proof offerings before lower proof offerings, but just have a teensy weensy bit of it, because you don't want to taste the flavor of alcohol. You want to taste the flavor of bourbon. Now where am I at? Oh, now I'm way behind. They pay for the amount bottled. So that's the difference is like, I'll get to this flight in a second, but that's a good question. So if you buy a barrel from a distillery, like if you do a barrel pick and you buy a barrel from a distillery, then you pay for what's bottled. I don't pay for that. Bourbon Outfitter pays for it. So, but yeah, they get invoiced for whatever's bottled. But if you are a non-distilling producer, like let's say Barrel King or Evernorth, when they source barrels to use for themselves, and let's say they buy 20 barrels of MGP bourbon from MGP through a barrel broker, there's no guarantee of how much bourbon are in there's no guarantee how much is in those barrels. So they pay the same for each barrel, and they could get a barrel that's empty. So that's a scary side of the business for people who do that. I do agree with the proof, but some of the Barrel Kings recently have been amazing at lower proofs with tons of flavor. Keegan, that's because they're barrel strength still. There's no water added to them. So they're lower proof, like 100 and whatever, 107, 110, but they're still coming out of that barrel concentrated. There's no water added to it. That's why they're still amazing. All right, last little sip of this Russell. All right, so I got this flight from Cameron. I have no idea what it is, what they are. I should probably take notes as I do it, but he gave me no indicator of what I should do. But we're going to start it out anyway. We have 7 samples here. This is sample A. And sample A, beautiful color on it. Look at that. It's like I don't know, a nice amber. Nice amber color. Give it the old SJ. It smells very classic. Sample A is very, man. It's very classic and cinnamony, and I almost said classic bourbon, but then there is this part in there that's very rye forward. But I like to think before I say things. That's why I speak so slow. And also, I'm not very smart. But there is maybe a slight double oaked note on here. There's something in here that's tripping me up already. It's like a molassesy, chocolatey, like cooked sugary note that reminds me of something that's been double oaked or Ooh, there's some cherry there. Glass A smells concentrated and smells thick. Yeah, it's thick. I want to smell these first. Sample A. Thick. 4 C's I put. Concentrated cinnamony. Molasses. Possible double oak question. I wish I had my pen and paper handy. Probably something I should get on. This month has been busy and I'm losing everything, including my mind. Yeah. Jason says, Junkie's got a Green River barrel with 4 bottles of motor oil left in it. Same price as a full barrel. It's rough. That is rough. Lower proof bourbons are great as long as they're lower barrel entry proof and not proof down. Agree, yeah. I think that Nancy Fraley does... I think she adds, like when she proofs bourbons down, she adds water to the aging whiskey, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But I've always thought that that would kind of be a better way to do it, is you add water while it's aging. But I've never been through that process before, so I'm not sure if that is just a theory or if it would work in practice. Sample B now is getting darker. This is very almost red in color. Like a blood orange. Oh, blood orange. Like a blood orange mune. Look at that mune. Rummy? The first thing I thought of when I smelled that was rum. Bloody rum. Where's the rum gone? Jack Sparrow. Now maybe not rum anymore, but man. Oh wait. A little bit of grape juice on there. Grape juice. Rummy grape juice. It's another very concentrated pour. One moment. You're meeting up with Nancy on Monday? What? That's so cool. Oh, lucky. Toshi, you lucky bugger. Slow water reduction. We live close by. That's awesome. There's I'm getting like, this might just be throwing me for a loop, but I'm getting all types of different finish. Like this just got an orange curacao thing on there, like a strong orange curacao. Every time I go away from it, like I pull the glass away and I smell something new. That's super interesting. So B. all the flavors. Orange curacao. What else did I say? Freaking grape juice. Rum. Concentrated. Man, I want to dive into that one so bad. I want to go face first into that thing. Just motorboat that son of a bitch, you know? That drone song stuck in my head so hard. I can't get it out of my head. Okay, now C is the one that looks like mud water. It looks like, oh man, there's the color on it is almost unappealing. Because it looks like he sampled, like he just pulled it out of a mud puddle. It's not a bourbon or a rye. I don't think it's a rye. It almost smells like a malt whiskey. There is a slight rubber note here. It smells like a pair of freshly screeched Reeboks, like on a gym floor. Super, like it smells very good, but so different. This is either. What if could this be his backbone Irish pick? No, he already sent me that. He already sent me his Irish pick. But that's kind of what it's reminding me of. If could be his backbone Irish pick. It's malty. It's borderline sulfury. So it could be like a sherry finished malt or something. Malt, question mark. Sherry, question mark. Backbone Irish, question mark. He sent me a baffling flight already. This is a baffling flight. I sent him a flight yesterday. If you didn't watch Cam's live stream last night, I sent him a flight where I wanted him to price the whiskeys. I don't think it's a dusty, Eric. It doesn't have a dusty characteristic to it. It doesn't have the butterscotch library oakiness to it. It just, I mean, maybe it could be, I guess. I didn't really, let me smell it again with that in my mind. If it's a now smelling it, it kind of smells almost cognac-y or Armagnac-y, but not quite the dusty note that I'm accustomed to. It's the Infinity Spick of oh, Eric. Oh man, that's kind of what's don't do that. Don't do it. I've got a bottle of that Glens Creek OCD Premium that is so heavy, char thick, and dark like that. Also has a rubbery note, but damn tasty. See, this one, this isn't dark though. Like, here, let me grab the other glass. So this was sample B, and this is sample C. The sample C right here is it's more it's like a translucent, but brown. Like normally when you add water to bourbon, it turns almost a yellowish color. Where this one is still brown, but more see-through. Dude, Toshi, all the time. All the time. It doesn't even have to be a blind. I could just pour something in the garage, walk out into the living room, sit down, and have no idea. And then I play the game where I'm like, oh, don't think about what you poured, just see if you can figure it out. Which is a pretty interesting game to play with yourself. Usually figure it out pretty quick. Okay, sample D. Beautiful color. This one's very red. Very red. Little spin job. Sample D is either a rye whiskey or a wine finished whiskey. I'll know more once I taste it. Sometimes when I smell a rye whiskey, after smelling other things, the rye note comes across as like a porty red wine note. So I immediately said, oh, this is finished, but then realized that I could be wrong. It could just be a rye. But that smells... I wonder if these are all... What did I say for A? Possible double oak, cinnamon, molasses. Or wonder if these are just is a finished whiskey lineup. The color would make it seem like it could be a finished, something finished. So I'm gonna say cognac or port finish. Possible rye? Question mark. Oh, when I'm gonna taste these things, I'm so pumped. This could go in so many different directions. I wasn't trying to do a blind, but here we are now investigating the nose and palate to figure out what the heck it is. You'll remember it. You'll remember. Once you can't remember if it's shampoo or body soap on my hands in the shower, or if did you already shampoo your hair? Did you already put deodorant on? The worst one is, did I take my medication? And then you think, I've had this happen where I'm like, did I take my blood pressure medicine? I don't think I did. I should probably take it. And then I go in, like I open up the medicine cabinet, I think, and then 10 minutes later, I'm like, oh shit, did I just take it? Like something else happened that interrupted what I was doing. And then I can't remember if I took it when I said I need to take it, when I wasn't sure if I already taken it. So then when I'm 3 steps deep where I'm like, oh shit, either I took it once, took it twice, or haven't taken it at all. And at that point, I don't think you should take it for possibly the 3rd time. But it's a debate that you have. That and where did all the pizza go? And why is my shirt stained? Rye or wine, I don't usually find those to be similar. I don't think that they're similar actually. I think that it's just a trick that my mind plays on me when I smell something different. Could it be the Bacta, however you spell it? Maybe. I don't know. Just woke up on my couch. How deep are you? Oh, I'm just getting into the flight. I just smelled D. I haven't tasted any of them yet, Cam. I just smelled D. Yeah, sample C, the freaking mud water one, was a bit, just has me a bit confused. I mean, they're all having me confused. This is one weird flight already. I haven't even tasted them, and I can already tell that it's a strange flight. A, B, C, D. Okay, so this is E. E, another dark whiskey. I would imagine this is probably going to smell finished as well, or some sort of, wow, that is dark. Mesquite? Or just oak? Yeah, sample E smells a little mesquite-like. Possibly another double-barreled offering. But a lot of like lacquer. But it's... I wonder if this could be... I know the Junkies did a 13th Colony pick. This reminds me of like a 13th Colony nose, where it's just like so just condensed and just powerfully aromatic. A little bit of like a peppered prune. Huh. So I'm going to say glass E is powerful. Very powerful, Cameron. Very powerful. Powerful and possible double oaking. Not double making. Oaking is a word. I hate autocorrect always messing me up. Okay, F. You'll pepper my prunes? So the flight I sent Cameron yesterday, it was kind of a fun thing where I wanted him to guess or to price the whiskeys according to what he felt like they should be priced at. And it was kind of an experiment to prove that whiskey is a terrible Christmas gift, because if somebody, let's say somebody went into a store and just looked at all those bottles and saw that they were expensive and was like, I'm going to buy all these for Cameron because I know Cameron loves whiskey. And they blew their entire Christmas budget on all these bottles, and they brought them to Cameron, and Cameron's like, oh, I wouldn't even ever have bought these ever. Yet they're $100 to $900 bottles. He did like the $900 bottle, obviously. But that was a fun experiment. Just to show you that you can't just go into a store and buy an expensive bottle of whiskey and have somebody who enjoys whiskey enjoy the bottle. Greener Full Proof is killer. Hell yeah, it is. 9 bottles of Willet Pot Still? Why so many? Why so many? I hope I get a new black coffee cup this year for Christmas. Dude, I got one. I should have brought it on stream. It's like an episode of The Office where it was somebody's birthday and Dwight was in charge of the birthday committee, and he just hung a banner on the wall that said, "It is your birthday," with a period in all lowercase letters. In the world is this? That was the equivalent to a Secret Santa with just a black coffee cup in it. Wonder if some of these are related. Some of these smell like they could be similar distillate or like sister barrels or something. Huh. Man, I love the smell of this. It's very fruity, that orange curacao note kind of comes out of here as well. It's like a very concentrated fruit cup. Like if you thickened up a Capri Sun and made it extra oily and boozed it up. Yeah, it's a thick fruit juice. That smells so good. I think F might be my favorite nose. Potent fruit juice. Great nose. Okay. I was starting to rush through these because I want to get to tasting them. This is G. G is the only one that's not in a whiskey glass. It's in a Glencairn. Subpar drinking vessel, but... oh. Wow. Oh, that's something. What is that? That is, could that be from Scotland? Or That smells like you mixed Dickel Tabasco with Malort and like friggin' like a Highland Park or something. Whoa. Okay. Nah. We'll taste that one last. Dude, what is G? G stands for good God. Wow. That is, oof. It's probably some super expensive freaking bottle that the majority of chat would drool over, but I smell it and I'm like, why does that smell like that? That's not what I want to taste. Maybe it'll taste better than it smells. Sorry I didn't text you. I guess these age-proof, type, finish or not, distillery bottle if you can, and rank them. Oh, so all of that. Okay. Age-proof, type, finish. I think that the majority of them are finished. We'll get there. All right. I'll rank them. I need to... Nah. I'll figure this out. Four Loko. I put this together for that reaction to G on the nose. It's something, dude, that is, oh man, one more time. It's like smelling salts when you're like, wow, we want to go back to them. I can smell it without making a face. I can eat a chip without making a face. That Shaq clip. Whew. Favorite distillery I visited? Jack Daniels? Jack Daniels. Ben Holiday in Missouri is really awesome. Their property is really cool. Bardstown Bourbon Company is amazing. I mean, Barrel King is obviously my favorite, but as far as like the overall grounds experience, man, Bardstown Bourbon Company is hard to beat. If you could put the Bardstown Bourbon Company restaurant at Jack Daniels, if you could just like make that a hybrid, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, if you're ever in in the Kentucky Bardstown area, Bardstown Bourbon Company you got to go to. If you're ever near Nashville, make the trip out to Lynchburg. Shack, yeah. Ah. That's such a good clip. Shaq eating that one chip challenge. All right, let's get into the palate here. Sample A on the nose. I said thick with 4 C's, concentrated cinnamon, molasses, possible double oak. Yeah, it is. Oh, shoot. I smelled something that was very, like a vanilla frosting. There's a vanilla frosting on here. That smells good. It's like a bouquet-y. What in the hell's even that? That is very good. But it's confusing. There's a little bit of cast iron on that. A little bit of like a cast iron skillet with like a burnt shavings in it. Like stuff was burnt to the bottom and you're scraping it off. It's like cast iron shavings, and there's a fruitiness to it as well. Asking myself, part of me thinks it's very familiar, and part of me thinks that I'm crazy for even trying to figure that out. There is like a weird Buffalo Trace note on that. I am so trying to pinpoint where I know that flavor from. That is wild. I'm gonna like put that. Shit. I'm gonna go back to it, but I'm gonna say like on the nose, it picked up on possible double oaking, but on the palate, if it's double oaked, it's done very well because it leads you to believe that it's not on the palate. Damn it, I gotta taste it again. There's sharp wood tannins that run down the center of your tongue. Is that Brown Foreman? Is it like a president's choice or something? It has a yeasty note that the Jack Daniels has, but it's not overly red wine that I get. I'm gonna say that's probably around 100 and. But then it gets a bit metallic too. That is so strange. If this is young and double oak, they did this so well. But I'm gonna say, shoot, 14 years maybe, 119 proof. Brown Foreman distillate. Possibly President's Choice. I haven't had President's Choice. I've only tried President's Choice once, and it was years ago. But I don't know what else that would be. And I'm going to give it a quick little score. I'm going to start my ranking off with an 8.8 and then go from there. Sorry that was so tedious and I'm just ignoring chat for a bit. Sometimes stuff gets me like so in my own head that I need to like just go somewhere else, and that sucks for chat, and I'm sorry. But whatever. Yeah, it was A. Cameron, that was A. Alright, gonna go to B now. Gotta get the A out of my mouth. You know what I'm talking about, Cam, right? Cameron, you missed the entire the drone song. You missed the entire drone song. You were so late. Oh, bugs. I don't know if it's that. Like, that's just like a terrible guess, I'm sure. Okay, B. I said all the flavors ? Orange curacao, grape juice, rum, concentrated. Cam, the first note I got out here, as soon as I smelled this, I thought rum for some reason, but then all these other flavors, like these just different experiences started coming to me. A wild nose on this one. Man, it smells good. Done the hatch. Coming off of A, B is I'll be very surprised if that's not toasted barrel or double oaked. There's a vanilla, or like a vanillin profile on there. There's a very specific vanilla note that also reminds me of just like a varnish. And that was the prominent note there. This one's a bit brighter than the first glass as well, a bit shinier. Not as many deep dark flavors, but a lot more shiny things. If it were in a caroling group and you were knocking on door to door, Somebody give me a caroling song. I need a song to carol to. First caroling song gets it. Oh man, no one's even chatting. No one's even talking. I'm so disconnected with chat. From the top, make it drop. No, I can't. That's not a caroling song. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. This is more of a fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. This is more of a fa la 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 la, whereas the first class was like hitting the low, like Don we now our gay Cameron, fa la 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 la. Apparel. What's gay apparel? Is that what they say? Don we now our gay apparel. Fa la. What does that even mean? Happy apparel? Like you're happy with the clothes you're. What does that mean? Song lyrics were confusing. Cheerful attire? That makes sense. Oh, dude, that makes total sense. Trans-Siberian Orchestra guy? Oh, that sounds amazing. I know that Don we now, like you're wearing the gay apparel part is what's confusing. Is it like belly shirts? Or is it like cheerful attire, you know? It's what they called ugly Christmas sweaters back then. All right, B. I wonder if the B is a ton of different finishing barrels shining through. Lady Gaga gear. Oh. B is so double barreled. Man, that's a double barreled bugger. Because you just taste it gets sticky. It's almost like, I think, okay, this makes sense. Hear me out. I love sugar. But also, at the same time, I don't like having a sugary mouth because it makes me feel like I have bad breath. One reason why I don't like drinking regular soda, like I'll drink Diet Pop. That was one, I mean, when I was growing up, I would drink diet soda because I didn't want my teeth to rot out of my mouth. I had obviously we've heard this story, my teeth sucked. But having drank a lot of Diet Pop in my life, when I get like if I ordered a Diet Coke and then they give me a regular Coke, I'm like, this is a regular Coke. And they're like, it's definitely not. I'm like, dude, I taste for a living. And also, my mouth friggin' tastes like I can't talk to anybody. A lot of double-barreled things, and if I'm wrong here, strike this from the conversation, but I get that it's almost like the wood sugars. Like you taste these wood sugars, and they're so strong that after you taste it, you can still feel the wood sugars in your mouth. Like you feel like it gives you bad breath. Like it kind of dries out your mouth, and it's just kind of like a lingering. Like if you drank one of those really sweet Starbucks coffees, and then, you tried to seduce the wifey in your lifey, and she's like, your breath smells like a barista shat in your mouth. And you're like, that's because I just had a quad mocha latte with 6 pumps of heavy cream and 17 sugars. Diet Right? Is that Diet Right? Diet Right. What brand is that? Is that the same brand that makes Faygo? Yeah, double. It tastes fine. It tastes good, but like there's just a very prominent heavy vanilla varnish note. Heavy vanilla varnish. All right, so let's move on to C. C is the one that is super perplexing because it is both very brown yet very clear. And somebody did say in chat when I described it, possibly a dusty. This kind of looks like a cloudy, like maybe something that came out of a decanter or something. Just, it's cloudy. It's a cloudy pour. Wow, there's so much cinnamon there now. Whoa. Did I pick up on cinnamon at first? No, I said malted question mark, sherry question mark, his backbone Irish question mark. But now smelling this, it smells like Amberana almost. Whoa. How did I not smell that the first time? That makes me question everything. That is super cinnamon. That's like a stick of Big Red. And a hot tamale. We're in a relationship. An intense one. They were heavy, like sweating, and they went to the beach together. Huh. All right. I guess what will really make... I have no idea what this is going to taste like at all. But we're about to find out down the hatch with this confusing son of a bitch. My first instinct was right. Malted. But there's a weird cinnamon finish on that. Dude, what is that? It's a malted profile. So could this be like one of those, like a chocolate malt? I don't know. It's so weird because every time I think about what it could be, then I look at this whiskey, like, or if it is a whiskey, when I look at it in the glass, it confuses the hell out of me because it doesn't look like it should look. It's like mud water, but smells sometimes like a malt beverage, and other times like friggin' pure cinnamon. I don't dislike that though, at all. That's pretty damn good. Oh, I didn't guess the proof on sample B. I wonder if this is Cam's friggin' Irish pick. His back one Irish. Because it is high proof. Lingering finish. Malty is all get out. Why is it so weirdly colored? I'm confused as heck. I'm looking for something. Shh. Wish I could find what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for. That was my squeaky stool. Damn, that tastes high proof too. That's like 120 proof malt. 120 proof ish. What I was looking for was, because I kept saying malt, I'm wondering if the bolder cask strength, if the bolder stuff has that much malt influence on it, that it would taste like a malt whiskey. But what I wanted to do is pour a little bit in a glass and inspect it, because there's no way it looks like that. That is the most oddly colored thing ever. It's clear but brown. I don't know. All right, let me maybe catch up with chat. I'm sorry. I was on C, Cameron. C. Diet is an RC. Dude, I was gonna say RC Cola. Why didn't I say, like, I was gonna say that, then I backed off of it. No more jokes for you. Thumbs down. I'm sorry, Anonymous MC. Diet Right was before my time? No. By the way, has anybody got Pib Zero by them? Anybody have Pib Zero in their neighborhood? Do they still have it in the Chicago area? Pib Zero? Anyone? Pib Zero? Friggin' love Pib Zero. I would pay cost plus ship plus generous tip for some Pib friggin' Zero. Favorite non-BTAC Buffalo Trace bottle? Great question, Rich Flinchbow. Rich Flinchbow. You could play. Nah, it doesn't really sound like a basketball player. Rich Flinchbow. Flinchbow. I almost went golf and then almost went tennis. Rich Flinchbow. I think you just make a good rapper. Richie Rich Flinchbow. Oh, solid rap name. Thank you for the super chat. Favorite non-BTAC Buffalo Trace bottle? Stag? Is that too easy? That might be too easy. Oh, well, no. I do love a Weller 12. I do love a Stag. I wish Eagle Rare were a bit higher proof, but I do like Eagle Rare. Yeah, I'll say, or wait. If we're not, I mean, Van Winkles aren't BTAC, so, and like a Pappy 15, 20, or 23, those would be above the rest. But if it's just like standard offerings, Stag. If we went lower than that, Elmer's fine. Blanton's is fine. Antique is pretty good. I could go for an antique once in a while. I don't know. They're all pretty damn good. Yeah, it was C. Yeah, C is really good. If that's what that is, that's really good. But my thing, no, not Mr. Pibb. Pibb Zero. Pibb Zero. It's Mr. Pibb but zero. Rich Flinchbow, 6'3". Sheesh. 6'3". So he's not he's not going to be a tremendous basketball player. Rich Flinchbow. Oh, you know what? You could be a closing pitcher, like the guy who comes in for like the ninth inning, and he's like, "We're gonna take home this win." Like from the bullpen, Rich Flinchbow, and the crowd's like, "Don't flinch, because Flinchbow's coming in for the last inch." No, never mind. I'll stop. Dodgeball? Oh, that's pretty good. I'll send Pib Zero for samples. Michael H. Email me, ADHDwhiskey@gmail.com. Oh, E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof? That's pretty good. The last one of those I had, though, wasn't that fantastic. I forgot about that straight from the barrel. Forgot about that. I'm opening my Pappy. I got Toshi. I got my first ever Van Winkle. So I'm opening the Pappy Van Winkle on Christmas. Me and wifey are gonna shoot a very Pappy Holidays video where we open up the Van Winkle on Christmas. Let's go to D. Rich the Pitch Flinch Bow. Flinch Bow. Is it bow or bow? Because that really makes a difference when it comes to how we introduce you. Okay. Have you given a score to B and C? Yeah. B, I initially gave a 7.5 and C an 8.4. I think that A is still my favorite moving forward. But we're on D now. D is so cognac or Armagnac or some sort of multiple finished whiskey. It could be port, it could be sherry. This is a finished product. I do enjoy the nose, but I feel like we're gonna get some pretty rich chocolates and like real fruity palate coming off on this D. Down the hatch. Lower proof. Whoa. It's like I get hit with the memories. It's like that's what makes whiskey so special, is like it just reminds you of things constantly. And through that sip, that initial taste, it's like I was being hit in the face, just being slapped with memories. Like I've tasted that before, and my brain just started running wild, trying to figure out what that was. It's definitely finished. It's lower proof. It's either got to be a cognac or an Armagnac finish, or it is a cognac or an Armagnac. But maybe not a super old one. Huh. One more sip. D, whoa. That is Bob friggin' Vila. That is Tim the Toolman Taylor. That is Gary friggin' Porter. That is a builder. That is a building son of a bitch. When you first sip it, it comes off low proof and kind of thin. And just when you kind of brush it off as like, oh, this is kind of a thin product, not really doing much, it just starts snowballing. It's like I was pushed down a hill and I was soaking wet. A big snow-covered hill. And by the time I got to the bottom, everyone was like, good God, look what you've become. And thank God you didn't hit a house. I'm going to say, it's low enough proof. I don't know anything that's that low proof that's finished in that sort of way. I'm going to say it's a cognac. Or an Armagnac. I'm going to say it's an Armagnac. And it's around 100-ish proof. Armagnac. 100-ish proof. And I love that. That is pretty close to A as far as being my favorite. You got me want to watch Home Improvement again? The Binford 6700 friggin' stud slapper, whatever type of machinery he was using. That's one of the shows that my dad would watch. My dad wasn't much of a television guy. He was much more of a... I'm trying to think. We'd watch the news, which... I mean, the news always sucked, right? But then we'd watch, like, Discovering in the Upper Peninsula. There's a show called Discovering, which was like an outdoors show. Fishermen, hunters, stuff like that. We'd watch Home Improvement. Maybe some Star Trek. Yeah. Then a lot of the mute button. He'd mute the commercials and then fall asleep. Then we'd all have to watch muted television. Because he'd fall asleep with the remote in his hand. And we're like, just if we could get that remote, you know? Nah. I don't think so, Tim. Right? That's one of my dad's sayings, too. I don't think so, Tim. Heard that Martians were here via drones. I heard that, too. By the way, we haven't talked about drones since last week. Anybody just being visited by them? Has it slowed down, picked up? Where are we at with the entire drone / UFO / UAP? UAV? They've got so many acronyms, if that's the right word for these things. But I do have a theory. I have a theory, and it's just hopeful thinking. Liebs made a couple of good scores today, but the wife was not pleased. What's the bottle you've got the most in trouble for buying? My initial reaction is I don't think that there has been one, but there must be one. It was probably something that I had to stop for when we were busy doing other things and I had to go somewhere to get something, probably. What were your good scores? Like, that would make things easier. What kind of scores did you get? Were they super expensive? It's like super expensive. I think that honestly, when I first started the channel, and very first started the channel, when what am I even doing? Why would I do this kind of thing? Probably buying whiskey then, because we were not in a financial situation to be purchasing whiskey at all. We were struggling paying any of the bills. So a bottle of whiskey was dude, that could have went towards literally anything else. So that would probably be the time when it was, but she's amazing. She's the best. She's never ever given me shit about buying bottles. I think I'm harder on myself about it than she would ever be. Do I take Z-Biotics? Sometimes, yeah. Not all the time. Because I don't typically drink a ton, so... But also, to be honest, if the plan was, hey, we're going to go out to the bar tonight and, have an all-nighter, Z-Biotics for sure. But if I'm drinking straight whiskey and a little bit of it, no need. But that's because I don't get hungover from friggin' bourbon. Unless, of course, I drink a ton of it. But Z-Biotics has helped a lot in the past for other situations. So use code ADHD at checkout. Save 15% off your first order. Falling asleep while Dad muted the TV hits close to home. Right. Always the commercials, because the commercials were so loud. Yeah, the barrel run is at the very beginning. There's a link in the description below that will send you to the Barrel King YouTube channel. Subscribe to their channel. Watch their video. It goes through the entire process, tells you everything that they added to the original barrel, and then tells you how to buy it. Noon Central tomorrow, it's dropping, and it is a blend of my 11-year 36% rye MGP bourbon that was stag finished. Then I went to Evernorth and they added a 52% sherry finished Sagamore rye, and then they topped it off with a little bit of a Green River barrel that they really liked. Then they went south to 13th Colony where they added some friggin' high proof aged 13th Colony stuff, and then to top it off, they put in some of their 2025 double oaked bourbon that is currently aging. I haven't tasted it. It's got to be wild. It's got to be a friggin' wild pour, and I'm super pumped to try it. Orbs still orbing. I bet. I'm kind of jealous. I go outside here in Colorado and I'm looking up at the sky, just wanting. And I'm imagining in my head that I'm seeing things, but I'm not. So let's go to E. A, B, C, D, E. E is extra dark looking on the nosing notes. It is put powerful and possible double oaking. Whoa. I was correct on the powerful part. I think based off the nose, this is probably the highest proof thing here. Wow. It is. Wow. It's very, very. I like it though. Ooh. I feel like sometimes when I think something is double oaked, I can almost imagine the wood. It implants a vision in your brain of the type of wood that this is in. The funny thing is, when I picture it in my head, it's not in a barrel form, it's not in a stave form, it's in like lumber form. It reminds me of shop class. When you I'd go upstairs in shop class, and they got friggin' pine and cherry wood and all sorts of like different. And so in my brain, I picture like lumber. By the way, next Friday, Cameron's on the channel for a very Cameron Matt, Merry Cameron Matt. There'll be a good name for it. A very Cameron Matt Christmas, I think is going to be the name of the. Going head to head with Cameron on a flight that Toshi's sending. There's going to be some songs on there that were originally supposed to be for Matt Madness this year from Jason Coby. So I'll be playing some new songs, and we're going to have a great time next week. So if you're free on the 27th, 2 days after Christmas, join us next Friday. It's going to be fun. This smells weird, but in a very familiar, it's like cherry wood. It is very, very, very potent. Like, extremely concentrated. Yeah. Wow. Wow. That, whew, darn. 137 proof. 137 proof. Whew. That's like when you watch those videos of fighter jets, like the kind of, what do they fly close to the ground? What do they call it? They like buzz the ground. That's kind of what I did in my mouth. Really buzzed the ground there. An array of flavors from cinnamon to brown sugar, but a brown sugar that's been molassed. Like, I almost used a play on words that I chose not to, and I'm happy I didn't. But like a molasses brown sugar, very heavy syrup. A very alcohol heavy, thick molasses brown sugar syrup. That's got to be double oaked too. It is so concentrated. Double baked? No, double oaked. Thank you. So concentrated with 4 O's. Furnace turned on. Concentrated. Dwayne, I love you. I got a text message from Dwayne Clow. What do you mean you found it? How did you find it? Where would you find it from? If I could find it if it's on a website, I can buy it. Found some Pib Zero for you. It's on the way. You should have it in a week or so. Dwayne, I mean, there's no way you went out and looked for it that quick. This furnace is so loud. I'm sorry. Family's got to stay warm though. It's part of winter. Powerful, impossible double oaking. 100% proof double oaked, so concentrated. I'm gonna taste it one more time, then we'll get into E. No, that is E. E, yeah. It is very, well, wait a minute. You know what's funny about that? I wonder if that... Cameron mentioned before that he gets like a Coy Hill note on Boulder cask strength. And I almost just got a Coy Hill note on there, like this red winey thing. But it didn't finish like a Coy Hill would finish. But there was a hint of that. And I wonder if that's what that could possibly be. I'm going to put a question mark saying, Boulder, question mark? Cam, this is a fun flight, dude. Thank you. Oh, man. Kentucky Yellow Batch 9? What about it? Toshi, what was the question mark on that for? You sent me a friggin' Owl Batch 9 because you're a beauty. You're a friggin' beaut. But what was the question mark for? You need more help on how to hide a whiskey from the wife? Oh, no problem. We can make a third video. How many videos have there been? 2 or 3? There might be 3 already. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. I'm sorry if I am dumb. But I appreciate the super chat. Thanks for giving us simple to understand notes. In my brain, it's so complicated. That's the way it works in my brain. It's so complicated. Thank you for the super chat. ADHD Whiskey. Imagining the wood. Wood reimagined. Oh, Danger says, your Advent videos have been the best out of all the whiskey doers. Hope you guess one correct in the next 4. Great concept. Cheers. Thanks, Danger. Oh, no. It's fun. Kinda. It's tedious because... pardon me, I'm burping, which is kind of gross. But it's just every day. It's rough every day. But it's a lot of fun. Like, most of the time when I'm done shooting the video, when I turn the camera off, I'm like, man, that video sucked. And then I go to edit it, and I'm like, it's okay. The videos turn out better than I think they're gonna. And I think that the music helps quite a bit. Morningwood? Oh, damn. World Whiskey Society put out a 13-year Wyatt Earp 160 proof hazmat. I think I saw a picture of the label for the Wyatt Earp, but I haven't seen the bottle yet. I see a lot of World Whiskey Society stuff. Cameron, the Doc Holliday 8-year bourbon I sent you yesterday is a product of the World Whiskey Society. That 8-year Doc Holliday is from Georgia. It's from like a shuttered distillery in Georgia. And there's not like a ton of that distillate remaining. Like World Whiskey Society bought most of that remaining distillate, and that's what's in there. That's why it tasted so like crafty, because it was aged in friggin' Georgia. But I also saw today a World Whiskey Society friggin' duck decanter, and it was sitting right next to a glass penis bottle on a shelf in the store I went to, which is weird. Like, why can they make penis-shaped bottles? That's so strange. And I don't know why I wanted it so bad. That's a joke. But no, there's like a Ducks Unlimited World Whiskey Society decanter, which was a non-age stated Indiana bourbon for $150. And I was like, it's a pretty duck, but no thank you. Answer this as you go as well. Which of these two are craft bourbons? Define craft. But I freaking love when your furnace turns on. It's pretty loud, huh? Is Cam old enough to buy whiskey? Ooh, burn. Girthy bottles. Surprise bottle in the background of his live stream being a penis-shaped bottle. It's weird. Like, I don't know. Travis, knock it off. Junkies have the penis shape? They do. Isn't it on their wall behind them? You're right. I completely forgot about that. Something not produced by MGP or a legacy Kentucky distillery. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right. I guess we'll do that. But a bourbon not produced by those places. Well, dude, I don't think that G is a bourbon. So it can't be G. All right, let's go to F. Friggin' F. Man, so F, I said, potent fruit juice, great nose. I said that this was my favorite nose of the bunch when I was initially smelling them. And now going to it. So, going through all of these and then re-nosing them after I nosed them initially. Then I started tasting them. And now re-nosing these after I've tasted them, the nose seems to be so much more... It makes so much more sense. F smells like Buffalo Trace distillate now. Like, for sure. F smells so Buffalo Trace. But I didn't get that at first. I got at first potent fruit juice, great nose. But after tasting through these, taking a little bit of a break, wow. The nose on F is like literally ridiculous. If ridiculous. I've never read the... Hold on. Give me a second. Define ridiculous.
Here's the definition of ridiculous. Deserving or inviting derision or mockery. Absurd.
Tell me more. Deserving or inviting derision or mockery? Hey, when I ask for a definition, I want words I understand. I don't know. Let's put it down the hatch. Glass F down the hatch. Whoa. Wow. Mother-in-law under a mistletoe. That's funny. That's funny. That's pretty. That's good. Now, I mean, I don't know. I was going somewhere with that, and then I didn't know where I was going with it. But you know what I mean. That is damn, holy shit, dude. What is that's got to be? Is that George C. Stagg from some year? That's got to be a friggin' GTS from some time. Wow, that's my favorite pour of the bunch. That is GTS question mark 9.3. I gave E an 8.2, D an 8.7, C an 8.4, B a 7.5, A an 8.8. I'm gonna go back and revisit them, but holy shit, that's got to be a friggin' my first sip was so much larger. The second sip is a bit tamed down, but still, that's really good. It also just, you know what? The funny thing about oak and Buffalo Trace is the cherry profile and the oak profile, they blend together so well that when something is old, it doesn't necessarily taste old. It just tastes more Buffalo Trace. Like, there's a Buffalo Trace flavor profile, and it just like that. It's just a more intense Buffalo Trace flavor, if that makes sense. Like if you taste a Knob Creek or like a Heaven Hill product, and they're nutty, and then like less nutty, and then it turns into oak. Then it's like, oh, it's extra oaky and a bunch of oak profile. They change as they get older. Whereas the Buffalo Trace product, as they get older, they don't get more oaky or they don't change necessarily. They just get more of that flavor. Like, I don't even know how to, like, it's just turning up the volume on it. Like, bend your head. Metalhead will drive you mad. You know what I mean? It's like that. Or like, bad medicine. Bad medicine is what I need. Oh, yeah. That's, by the way, Bad Medicine is one of the only songs that sounds better the louder it's played. If you don't believe me, play Bon Jovi Bad Medicine in your car tomorrow at a very low volume. Then turn it up to, like, I enjoy this music volume. And then turn it up to my friggin' speakers won't play any louder. The louder Bad Medicine gets, the better it is. And it's great when it's super loud. Your love is like bad medicine. It's so good. Elixir. If I could ever get Matt down here for more than a day, I'd love to. What's elixir? Elixir spirits. Elixir spirits. I feel like I've heard of elixir spirits. Maybe not though. When I heard elixir spirits, I thought Tennessee, but that's not right. Creamy wood. That's bad. That's bad. All right, let's try this one. I don't want to try this one though. I feel like if I try this right now, it's going to destroy everything from here on out. Oh, dude. I know that everyone's experience with everything is different, but I wish that the response my body gives me to smelling this, I wish that everybody could feel that response. Because it doesn't do that to everyone. But to me, smelling this is like, it's like if you were trying to find the love of your life, and you were on some app or like some whatever. I don't know how single people meet these days, but you meet on the internet, and then when you finally meet in person, they realize that you are 100 pounds heavier than you said you were. You have bad acne, terrible breath, just lost your job. Your vehicle is running on 3 regular tires and a donut, and the low fuel light is on. And your mother is about to evict you out of her basement. The feeling that the person you went on a date with, when she realized that, that's the feeling I get when I smell this whiskey. It is the biggest turnoff. Not interested. Want to get out of here as soon as possible. Wow. Wow. Dude, that's terrible, Travis. Stop. No, I'm not describing Cam. Cam is happily married. Opposite of what you ended my flight with last night. All right. Spring Hill, Tennessee. You got this. Oh, right? Wait a minute. It's in Spring Hill. Oh, Elixir Spirit. You guys know Grease. You know Will and Grease. Oh, shoot. Don't tell me. I know your name. Trock. Trock? Am I right? Trock from Elixir. Is that right? Is that the right name? See? As I built, if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. Could be right. Anyway. All right, let's go and sample G down the hatch. Thanks, Cam, for this. I'm going to love this. It's great. Thanks for sending it. I couldn't be happier. When I drink that, everything in my life gets better. My finances have improved. Straight A's for my kids. Not tired anymore. I wake up every day feeling like $1 million. Bowling right-handed again and above average. Vehicles don't need an oil change. Everything is great when I taste that. Except for none of that. Because what in the hell, dude? That is not great. Ooh. It's a bit puckery. And a bit like blackberry malt. It's like a malted blackberry fermented. No. Well, you know what, dude? That's finished. Whatever the hell that is finished in some sort of sherry. There is a sulfury sherry. It's a malted. I'm going to say it's a sherry finished scotch that I don't necessarily love. I'm going to say sherry finished scotch. Not high proof, but highly not loved. Yeah. Which is better, nose or palate of G? Oh, the palate's way better. The palate on G is way better than the nose. I'm going to hop on in a sec. Let me get things plugged in. All right. Where's my Nutty Bugger t-shirt? That's okay. You know what? I'll make a note of that. Save this. Make Nutty Bugger t-shirt. All right. next Friday, I'll send you, next Friday I have the link for the Nutty Bugger. It's a Nutty Bugger. Cameron's just now plugging things in. Chalk is correct. So, I'm a long-time listener of the podcast. Will and Grease are, in my mind, they're like whiskey celebrities. After meeting them in person, I try to continue to convince myself that, you know, they're kind of like don't ever meet your heroes kind of thing. Grease is he's just so much hair, you know? But anyway, yeah, they always speak very, very, very highly of you. And that's when Elixir Spirits, I'm like, that's Tennessee, right? But, oh, that was from Travis. Why was I thinking Missouri? I don't know why. I got Missouri and Tennessee mixed up for a second. Someone mentioned Greasy. Oh, it's a bit grapey. I love Grease. That boy. Next Christmas we need a Hallelujah shirt. All right, let me make a note. Make Hallelujah shirt. All right, consider it done. Cam's ignoring JG. Oh, what a jerk. Son of a batch t-shirt? I don't know about all that. Don't get me started about old Charter and Grease. Hey, dropped the ball a bit on that one. Grapey. Yeah. I miss Grease. I miss that guy. How do I get a sample to you? Thad, email me, ADHDwhiskey@gmail.com. Thad, you've sent me shit before, right? Pretty sure Thad sent me a bunch of stuff. Am I wrong? Pretty sure I'm right. At this point, I can't be wrong. I nailed Tennessee with Elixir Spirits. Then I nailed Turok's name. I'm on... But then I feel like I'm pronouncing it like Grease would pronounce it, which is incorrect. Or maybe Grease pronounces it even worse. I don't know. I think Grease is like, it's Turok! You know, like Turok. It's bad. Richard Rister, shoot me an email for info on how to send samples to me. Yeah, I'm not going to give like my address out to Richard Rister on a live stream. Richard Rister. Thad, who's been a viewer and a member for several months, I'll happily let him know. If you'd like, there's a P.O. box in the description of this video. Richard, why don't you give us your address? It's the same thing. Richard Rister. Let us all know. Cam's still plugging stuff in. Okay, I need to actually finalize this because we're getting kind of late here. I think, so I want to try A again because A I thought was really good. Now you've scored a ton of whiskey. What's your top 10 highest scored? Shit. Eberg, I don't know. I don't know how up to date. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I just smelled something on glass A. Damn it. It was like there and gone. Oh, it's like a friggin', you guys ever have those Belgian waffles that aren't at a restaurant, but they're sold in the wrappers at a store? They're in plastic and they're thick and they're sweet and they're built like a Belgian waffle. Whoa. Wow, A is good. That might be a fucking Jack Daniels product. I said friggin', but it turned out it didn't sound like that. Okay. Glass A, I was pretty sure it was Brown-Forman. I guess President's Choice. It could wind up being a Jack Daniels product because I'm getting that on the finish now, and I'm not sure if I ever got that much yeasty red wine stuff on any other Brown-Forman thing, but that's really good. I want to try D again, and then so A, B, C, D. Oh, Cameron got all the stuff plugged in. Is that the stroopwafel? Everyone says stroopwafels? Hell yeah. I own Matt Original Whiskey Advent Calendar Box. I still have some of your top 10 samples left for me. Dude, JG, that's right. I sent you that box with like my top whiskeys of that year in it. Sample. That's a great idea. Maybe I'll do that next. You know what? I don't know. Maybe not. There's been some issues that Cameron's had with terms and services lately that I don't want to dabble in. Speaking of the dabble, what's up, brother?
What's up, man?
Hey, whoa, your voice is super gravelly today.
Yeah, Oh, you gotta put your headphones in. I'm not going bad.
You know what? Let me plug some stuff in, Cam.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, you sound like JJ Redick went on a gravel eating bender.
Dude, I just woke up like on the couch and I've been half asleep the whole time watching you right now, like passing in and out. I'm like, I gotta go get on the stream so that I can show them the results.
You could have just emailed me, that would have been fine, but you didn't think of that, did you? I want to turn my Bluetooth off on there. I have a question, Cam, in a second, and it's a good question. Let me get this working first, and then I'm going to ask it, and I want a reasonable answer. And okay. I'm not blaming you, but no, it's not your fault. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear you in my ear. Perfect.
Nice.
So this is my question. If I turn Bluetooth off on my phone, and then I want to use my earbuds for my computer, Bluetooth is off. But if I open up my my earpod case or whatever, my earbud case, my phone's like, do you want to connect to your earbuds? I'm like, yo, bitch, Bluetooth is supposed to be off.
Yeah, that's
like,
interesting.
Like, what are you doing? Like, are you? You're not really off, are you? You're still secretly on.
It's the government.
I feel like Alex Jones right now, but every time I'm like, why are you asking me for? I'm sure somebody in chat will have an answer for it that will be super not confusing. By yeasty red wine, do you mean banana? Probably, Jason. Dude, you missed the song. Dude, I played the entire extended version of the drone song from Jason Coby earlier. It's legit. Super legit. And next week, for our showdown with Toshi, Jason sent me all of his songs he's been working on for Matt Madness. And let's just say there's a couple with your name in it, you know?
Oh, geez.
They're good, too.
This flight has been entertaining, dude. This has been so fun to watch. And nobody has the answers except, like, I didn't post this anywhere. And so it's funny when you say things and I'm like, how could he know that? Or also, like, how wrong you are on some of them. It's just been fun, man.
I totally get it. I mean, it's just, like, when your flight last night, watching you taste them in order, did you hear, like, my process behind that or no? Were you here for that?
No, not on this stream. No.
So I wanted to send the flight you tasted last night was basically like why you do not go into a store and buy expensive whiskey for somebody who loves whiskey.
That's funny. It's so true.
Because you said I would pay this much for this bottle, but I think they're charging this much. The directions were you're in charge. How much should this cost?
Yeah, right.
So what you said was, like this is how much I think I'd pay for it. This is how much I think they're charging for it. But before you started like the reveal, you said I wouldn't buy any of these except for maybe 2 of them. Like,
Yeah.
no, your quote was, "I want nothing to do with them."
But I was pretty. I mean, for a lot of those, I was spot on. Would you agree with me on a few of those?
Yeah,
that you wouldn't
for
buy
some
them?
of them you were spot on. For other ones you were kind of
Little-
off the mark. But at the same time, you had no idea what I was sending you. And when
Yeah.
somebody sends you stuff, there's always that possibility that you're talking shit about something that means
I
something to
know.
somebody. Which I would
I
never
know.
send you a blind flight of my picks, dude. That'd be dumb. But
Dude, the little
But,
book
like-
is the one that shocked me. I was like, this is terrible.
well, so when I poured that sample for you, I then poured a little bit into a glass and I let it warm up and stuff inside.
Yeah.
Oh, and we were just talking earlier about this. I forgot what I poured. I smelled it in the glass. I was like, what in the hell is this?
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, it's not at
It's
all.
very unpleasant.
Yeah. I literally said, that's the one yesterday I said, unpleasant. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you said I want nothing to do with these. Which is why you can't go into a store and buy whiskey for somebody who loves whiskey based off the price.
Yeah. Let me see
Because
here.
they were all over $100 and you wanted nothing to do with most of them.
Little book. Oh, little book was D. I said that was I said it smelled like farm to table.
Cam sounds like an announcer in a baseball park. Uh-oh.
Oh God.
Cam had to come in all merched up. Does Cam still sound like shit or does Cam sound better now?
No, it's all good now.
The Watch Hill.
Dude, I have 2 of those now on the way.
2 bottles?
Yeah, buddy.
Dude, you gotta send me an ounce. Send me an ounce back.
I will.
Because I had 2 sample bottles. I sent you one of the sample bottles and I tasted the other one. I was shocked that you loved it that much. So
Listen, I put it next to a Heaven Hill 17 and Russell's 15 at the end of the stream, and then I got off the stream and I was like, am I crazy? So I did it again when I was texting you, and I was like, this mops the floor with both of these.
I don't know, man. I think that
I promise. The
Okay,
nose of
I-
Heaven Hill, the noses compare, actually. The nose is a little tight on the Watch Hill, and I noticed that in the flight, too. But the palate, dude, the palate tastes like some stuff that fell off the truck, if you know what I'm saying.
So
like,
I have a question. We're gonna get to these results for my flight in a second, but if Dustin Poirier,
oh, God.
let me finish.
Oh, God.
If he unearthed rare barrels of whiskey for Rare Stash for you to open at an exciting time of your life, like a retirement or marriage or anniversary, then what the hell did Watch Hill Proper do?
Watch Hill Proper paid mid 5 figures for that barrel.
Yeah.
That's what they
Ridiculous.
did. No,
Anyway.
that's funny. The rare character, or the rare, not, what is it, stash. Dude, the
Rare
rare
stash.
stash was terrible. Oh, God.
So since you have to give them credit though, and I will. Since their first batch, I've emailed back and forth with them,
Yeah.
and I refuse to give them my physical address. I've only given them my PO box. I don't want that trouble showing up on my door, you know.
Yeah.
But they've since started labeling their shit properly, like where their stuff is from and age. Like they've been
So
much
it wasn't
more
labeled
transparent.
properly.
It didn't say. All it said was product of North Carolina. It didn't
Oh,
say, on
God.
batch 1. It didn't say that it
How
was
does the TTP
Dickel.
let that go?
I don't know, but it didn't say it was Dickel blended with Southern. You know what I mean? It was just
Yeah.
So then they're on, and I don't care anymore. Like as long as you tell us what we're drinking,
Yeah.
I'm okay with your BS marketing. Like this is the shit that you're gonna want to drink on a special occasion.
Yeah.
But we're not going to tell you what it is. That's all. Rob D is not typing great. Dustin showing up at your door would be... Dude, you have so much more... I would never have the camera rolling for that. all you would find out about later would be an obese ginger man choking out an ex-UFC fighter at his doorstep. And that's all would happen.
JG, isn't that the pot calling the kettle black there, man?
What do you say?
He said, Cam, what's with the hats? Are you balding? Says the main bald man in the chat. No, dude, I just lazy. That's what this is.
All right, Cam. My last place was G. So I think. Okay, this is a malt beverage. I think it's sherry finished. It's not super high proof. What the hell is this?
Do you have any guess? This is gonna hit a little. This is timely right here. This is timely. All right, I'll show you.
Oh, is it a Westward or something?
No.
Dude, I just took another step. That is. Oh, is it another UFC fighter who will beat my ass? I don't know. What is it? I have no idea. Oh my gosh, that's Sir Davis?
After you tasted it, I'm like, this has to go to you in a blind flight. But at the end, after some other stuff that's going to make this taste even worse. And that's why I asked you, is the nose or the palate better? Because you remember you said the palate was better before, and you said the same thing today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, the nose was like...
The nose is fucking horrendous.
Yeah, dude.
Sean Paisley, cheers.
Oh. Do I make you horny? Do I?
Painful.
Yeah, that dude. But
you nailed the finish.
Why is it
and
sherry
it's high
finished?
malt? It's
it is sherry
49% malt.
finished.
Yeah.
Huh?
49% malt, I believe. It's high malt rye.
Okay. So I don't think my guess was terrible. I said sherry finished.
No.
I said malt beverage. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a good
Dude,
guess.
that was a... So, okay. Thank you for sending that. That's actually very eye-opening.
Yeah.
That is like, hold on. Let me put it in their own words.
Uh-huh.
That is like nothing ever before it. They didn't make that up. That's actually pretty true.
That's funny.
Probably as good as her country music. What's her song? Was she like, this ain't no something. I don't have something. I don't know. Favorite whiskey dude, old fashioned all the way.
Yeah.
I love a good old fashioned. Cam, you got to come visit us in Colorado. I want to bring you out to a restaurant and eat friggin' delicious food and drink like delicious friggin'. I don't know. You got to come visit us.
I would love to.
We
got to go back out to Colorado.
Oh, man, we miss you. I miss you. Nobody else wants to come visit. I got to go everywhere else. Nobody comes to see me. And let's see here. How many? 7? By the way, a few things. Last night, like 6 samples from Matt. That's a lot. Dude, he sent me 7.
I know.
And by the way, last night also, you're like, Matt's C looks like a D and vice versa.
Okay, yeah.
When I wrote the letter on top of the cap, I realized the problem, and then I wrote C's all over the bottle so that it wasn't confusing.
Okay. It's funny.
But you didn't point that out, did you? He just pointed out how sloppy of a C writer I was. That's okay. It's not a problem. In second to last place, sixth place. I think it might be this one. Hold on, I haven't retasted this one in a while, but B, and I think that B is craft. You asked that question. Mm-hmm. And double oaked, heavy vanilla varnish. But the first time I smelled it, I thought, like, dude, the nose on it had me very intrigued. I'm not a huge fan on the palate.
Okay.
Dude, that's probably 118-ish proof.
Yeah.
It sticks around. That's a lingerer.
Keep talking. I gotta go grab it. It's in the other room. I actually have this in a bag I just got home with. So give me 1 sec.
Let's take a peek at his collection while he's gone. Make him bigger. Cameron. Oh, he's all... Look at all the Santa hats back there. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. How many Santa hats are back there? 25? You have so many Santa hats on those bottles.
Yeah, that's Sarah. She loves that.
And you have your focus set manually set.
No, it's auto, but it's just.
Oh, did it autofocus on the microphone when you were left, or what?
Yeah, it's
That's
set. I
dumb.
think it's probably set to wide right now. Actually, yeah.
I was trying to inspect your collection, but
All right, that's my backbone Irish.
B,
Yeah.
dude, don't do that.
No. It's funny because I thought you would either love this or put it where you put it right now.
Well-
I didn't think this would be in the middle, and it's funny
So-
because like I love this and I hate double oak stuff, but that craft thing you're getting is the Irish whiskey. It's not the second barrel. The craft part of it.
So, the funny thing is, C
I know.
was me thinking it was your backbone pick.
I know.
Dude, okay, the wild part about that backbone Irish pick now is I don't pick that up at all.
That
The
it's Irish?
part?
No,
Right. But this
not at
is
all.
the second time you sent that to me.
No. The other one would have been maybe Sean's, but I've never sent this. I just got.
Maybe you did send me Sean's before. No. You sent me.
I've never sent you this.
No. You brought home extra from Backbone. Yes, you did.
Oh,
And you
okay,
sent
but
me. Me the pre-bottled sample of it.
I did, but that sample might have been wrong. He mixed up all the samples that I took home. So it may have been the wrong. That may have been after, because I went and exchanged. Like he gave me more of the correct barrel, and I don't know if you got the correct one or the wrong barrel.
No,
But-
because I remember the last time you sent that to me. I remember saying when we tasted Sean's pick, and then he told us what it was. At that point, I was like, "Oh, there it is." But yours was, I still couldn't pick it up, and that's the same here. There is,
Yeah.
but they did put that in the new charred oak barrels, didn't they?
Yeah, that's charred oak.
Okay.
Yeah. No, man.
Stop. Hey, don't.
No,
listen.
no,
son of a-
listen, no, I
Stop
don't-
sending me your. Don't do that.
It's already sold out and people love this bottle, so I'm not worried about what you say, to be honest. Like, if you love it or hate it, like, I know you don't like double-barreled stuff, and I don't either, so I didn't know where this would fall for you. It's not the only pick that's in here. It's not all my picks, but I think there's 2 in here.
I'm going to have to.
It's okay. No, listen,
No.
dude, I
No,
know
now
what
at
I'm in
this-
for.
No,
I know
at
what
this
I'm in
point,
for.
I need to send you an entire flight of stuff of mine for you to shit on. Because now we're, damn. That green
No,
river
man,
thing was bullshit, though. You should have never had me taste that after the.
This is
2000
putting our picks to the test right now. That's what this is.
Yeah, I know Matt doesn't love double barreled things. Let me send it to him on a blind flight.
Uh-huh. Come on.
Anyway,
All right,
So-
what's next? And that's by the way, that's 115.2. So you're close on
what did I
proof.
say? 118? Is that what I
Yeah.
said?
I don't know if you gave an age on that, but it's
So,
5.
but dude, the nose of that had me all over the place. Mm-hmm. I was so like, I like the nose, but the palate is when that very prominent, super strong vanilla varnishy thing came out. Mm-hmm. But that's just. You really could have went anywhere with that. You could have been like, "Oh, that's the Bourbon Junkies fucking. That's Sean's pick of like, whatever."
I love
third,
that vanilla note in the Irish. It's like a shortbread vanilla creamy kind of thing. I like that note in here, but it makes it. If you think it's a bourbon, that will make it come off crafty. I think, like
Yeah, and I realize that I'm the way I am, and it doesn't necessarily mean anything is like I know that I'm weird, and that I feel like things are not. It's just a preference thing, and I can't help it.
what's nice is your consistency though, even blind. Like that's
Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate that.
But that's the respectable thing. It's like if you could never guess, or you were always back and forth on whether something's double barreled or not, and whether you liked it, how could people trust you? But you always call this shit out. That's like the stuff that I think is cool, is when people are consistent, time and time again, blind. Mm-hmm. That's the real test, I feel like, of not a reviewer necessarily, but just of at least building trust with people.
So, I want to rub your shoulders too here. I appreciate the same thing about you. The funny thing about last night's flight is that in the back of my head, I want to send you, if I could, send you the same flight in reverse, like in different order.
Yeah.
Because that Woodford batch proof is dog shit.
Is it?
Like by itself, just tasting it, it's not good.
Okay.
And I think that if you tasted that by itself, solo, you'd like pick up on like how unimpressive and how like it's just there. But having tasted what you tasted before it, you were like, oh, here we go, like this is a real whiskey. But like flights like that are fun because you like, I felt like you were dabbling around the fact that you didn't like things, but you were being so careful. Like if you had free reign and it was just us two, you'd be like, what the fuck is this, dude? Like, no thanks. I don't want it. Pardon my language, Mom. But like, no, we respect each other. Respect. So the next one was, what, 5th place? I'm sorry keeping you up late. Not really sorry. You took a nap.
I did. I woke up and I panicked. I'm like, oh my God, what if it's 1 a.m. and Matt never got the answers?
Hilarious. That would have been the best. Honestly, the best.
Because like nobody had them. I've not sent them out.
I would have loved that so much. A, B, C. Let me try this one more time. Oh, wow.
Which one is that?
It's crazy how the noses change as you go back and forth and stuff. I'm keeping my mom up. Sorry, Mom.
Is that D that you have?
Whoa. What the hell is even that?
Or is that C or E?
No, it's E.
Yeah.
Let me, you know what?
This is fun. This is a fun one.
So E is next. I feel like E has that same, there's a double oaked quality there, or something that's been rebarreled. Mm-hmm. It is very concentrated. I said, I don't know if it's that high anymore. My initial guess was 137. I'd probably put it at like 132 now. But it is like this super concentrated. It's a bit stingy and bright on the middle of the tongue. I think that's the other craft.
Wow. Yo. I don't like this bottle. What your proof guess was like 137, you said?
That was the first guess. Then I just retasted it and said 132. I'm
What's
not
your
sure.
Age guess though.
Oh shit! I think it's double barreled. I'm gonna say it depends on where it's double barreled at. I'm literally, I'll say, God damn, 6 years old plus double barrel.
And what kind of whiskey do you think it is? Like bourbon, rye, whatever.
If it's not bourbon, it's like a Texas whiskey.
Okay. This is 153.1 proof. This is Fireside. This is a single barrel from Fireside, so Colorado. 6 years old.
Is it a single malt?
No, this is bourbon.
Do you know the mash bill?
No, I don't think so. I'd have to look it up. This is the Bourbon Finds pick. I just bought it because of the stats. I hate this bottle. I'm not trying to throw any shade. The stats are cool. I think it's a fun bottle, but I think it's like really abrasive and like, yeah, and it feels overly extracted and.
Have you? Wait.
It's kind of got this like plastic note.
I'm sorry. Go back. What was the age?
6 years old.
What did I say? I said 6 plus double
You
barrel.
said 6, yeah.
But is it double barreled or is it just
No.
Colorado climate?
Just Colorado.
So it's dry, friggin' just.
Dude, it tastes like plastic up front, and it just leaves this pepper, like literal, like cracked pepper on your tongue. Whew. I don't like it. But I wanted to see if you would, key into, I don't know what, the proof.
Dude, I bet you that's high malt too. Have you tasted that next to Boulder or no?
No. I don't think it says malty. But
Let
me look this up on, I'm going to look this up in my email, because when I bought it, it may have had the mash bill in the description.
When I first tasted that, I thought hazmat, you just never want to go crazy high. So I said 137. 153. That explains why I was so like, wow,
Right.
E. Burke, Matt, it was super cool talking to you. Night all. E. Burke, did I miss your messages? Were you being sarcastic? I'm sorry. If I did, I'm sorry. Message me again if you had any questions. But if you're just saying genuinely, it's been nice. It's been nice with everyone, and I love you all. Sorry for keeping you up, Mom. You can go to bed at any point. If you didn't come up with the answers, he would have just unplugged his computer again. No, my computer was not unplugged. It was plugged in. But there's an issue. Oh, God, I hope it's my friggin' power supply, not my computer. I plug it in, and then it just dies. It's the worst.
I'm trying to find this mash bill. I'm looking at
Thanks,
someone's
E-Burke.
review. I don't think
E-Burke's
they
going to sleep before the reveal of my favorite ones. E-Burke, you are a menace. I've seen Fireside, obviously around town, but I've never...
Yeah. Fireside's mash bill is noted at 70 corn, 20 rye, 10 barley. So it's pretty
10
standard.
barley. Wow.
I just think it's like a little craftiness and barrel going on.
It almost has see, Texas is really humid, right?
Yeah.
But Colorado's very dry. But the notes that come out of those barrels are very similar. Mm-hmm. It's strange. Oh, I wonder if they're regular sized barrels. That also make a difference.
I think they are. I think Fireside uses 53s.
Oh. Do you think your palate gets worse as you get older? No. I think that your palate gets probably a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends. Actually, it depends on what you're talking about. I think you realize it just develops. I don't think it better or worse. It just develops. I used to like Booker's, and now I'm like, trash, hot trash,
Yeah.
Not all of Texas is humid. Yeah, I've never been there. Never been to Texas. Just all of my exes live there. Right, Cam? All my exes live there. It's just a good song. Next up is... Which one was that? E?
That was E.
Ooh, so C is up next, and C is the one that,
C.
dude. I said my final guess was 120 proof, which this is why I was like, it's high proof. It feels malted. There feels like there could be possibly some sort of a sherry finish. That's why I guess your Irish backbone whiskey. Mm-hmm. I said it was substantially better than the other three, but dude, why does it look brown and clear?
You want to know what it is? What age do you think it is?
It depends on what the hell I'm drinking.
I know.
I think if it's a friggin' malted, dude, this could either be, okay, it's nothing in the middle. It's either super young or very old. And for some reason, I want to venture the guess that it's very old. But it's just something I've never had before.
Mm-hmm. So this is 4 years old.
Oh, shit.
It's 113.2 proof. And this is a honey finished Nulu.
Oh.
But hang on, this is one of the very first ones they ever did, and this bottle has like a cult following to it. It's a rural inn
That's
pick.
why it's so cloudy.
And yeah, it's like you've never seen a honey finish that looks like this though, because it looks brown and yellow, literally in the glass. It's got these weird tints to it.
That's what was thrown. Like I couldn't get past like what it looked like in the glass.
So this has tricked me in like 3 or 4 blinds that Sarah's done for me, and every time I say it, it tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And you said Ambarana possibly, if you remember.
Well, when I went back to it, yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes like honey grams on the now that I just the finish.
I love this bottle because it's what I want. I want honey to impact the whiskey this way. I just wish the base whiskey wasn't 4 years old. I wish the base whiskey here was 10, and then I think it would be insane.
So knowing what that is makes that bottle more special because tasting that by itself is so weird.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that honey finish was a thing.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
That's a really fun bottle. Like it I've never had another honey finish that's quite like this.
That honey didn't get filtered out very well because that shit's cloudy.
No, you should see like in the bottle when this bottle gets cold, the shit that's floating around in it is pretty wild.
You just want to like
you have to shake it.
It's like a natural peanut butter. You gotta freaking store it upside down. That's so crazy. Behas, Remus 7, 8, or Gatsby. If you saw them in the store, would you walk out with 7, 8? Is 8 good? I don't remember 8 being.
It's not great, but the new Gatsby is tragically dry on the palate. The nose is amazing.
That sucks.
But that's just me. I think other normal people would say Gatsby.
I love Gatsby. I mean, Cam, you sent me the new Gatsby sample. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah. Okay, so next up, I'm sorry to keep you up. Sorry to keep you up, Mother and Cameron, you two old women. Oh my gosh. So I did that 80 image. D was next, and D, I said. So D, honestly, I said it's either. Dude, this smells like a cognac or an Armagnac.
I know. This is so funny.
So it's not. Oh wait, dude.
This is so funny.
Hold on. I'm wondering if you friggin' forget what you sent me.
No.
Because if this is what I, now that you said this is funny, if I say what this is now, I need you to know that you keep sending me the same thing and I keep screwing up the same way. If this is 2017 Mixers Toasted, then that means you keep sending me the same thing and I keep screwing up the same way. It's not.
That's not that. No.
Dude,
I may have sent you this before, but I can't remember.
It's either a dusty or it's cognac finished or it's a cognac or Armagnac.
There you go. So okay, there you go. Because that's the mix up there is dusty versus old cognac and Armagnac.
Yeah. So that's I said that when I was tasting it too. I said this could be a cognac or an Armagnac.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
No, it's a dusty. That's the mix-up. You didn't really say dusty earlier, I don't think. You were really on that finished and then cognac train.
No, there was a point, I believe, and if I didn't say it out loud, I definitely meant it, that there is this thing where I get that confused where I'm like, there's a dusty note, but I also get a cognac or Armagnac note on that. If you tasted a lot of old dusty bourbons, and this is like I tasted an old Wild Turkey with Bruce Russell, and those guys, and Ryan and friggin', the crew.
Yeah.
But I was like, if they told you that they mixed whiskey with Armagnac, back in the 80s because people liked that flavor profile more, but they never told anybody, and then you tasted it, you would have no argument. Mm-hmm. You just assume that it's true because that's what it tastes like. So that's kind of where I'm at here. So what the hell is it?
So that's the 89 Grandad 114.
Dude.
So the National Distillers thing, I get grapefruit on that, and coffee and like really dark, you know.
I said 100-ish proof, so I was pretty far off in the 14-ish proof.
But it has those saturated fruit notes that you're talking about.
Yeah. So when I first smelled it, the very first smell, sometimes I smell something that I think is finished, and then I'm like, it turns out it's just a rye whiskey. And I've realized that about myself. So on the nose, I was like, cognac report finished, ? Possible rye ? Then when I tasted it, it says Armagnac 100-ish proof. Like, I thought that you were trying to mess with me.
So the sequencing on this came after the Irish and then the honey finish. So I was really like pushing weird shit on you before you tasted this, you know?
Yeah. Man, that is good. Man, I wish stuff tastes like that today.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What did it have after that? Which one was that? D?
That was D.
So
You probably had A after that.
well, no. So I went E, F, G.
Oh, you mean sequence? Yeah.
I have a theory that if you go to a dusty bar, like like Neat in Louisville or whatever, and you order a dusty whiskey, everything you taste after that still has that note. Like, it's still kind of there. If you taste like a dusty pour and then another dusty pour after that, it almost cancels it out.
Yeah.
It's very weird. Like, it's so strong. So the fact that I must have taken a small break between D and E, because
That break was crazy between the two. Like,
was it?
And I just know, I mean, in profile, like that's why I put that next to the fireside. I was like, let's really, do something weird.
So that actually impresses me that I was able to like figure out as much of E, like instead of the D lingering, the next day. Anyway, let's move forward. Dude, thank you for sending that, man.
Yeah.
I love you. You're the best. So it came down to these two. It came down to A and F. And, dude, I thought A was phenomenal. I thought F was phenomenal. They're pretty close, but A was in second place. On the nose, I said thick with 4 C's, concentrated, cinnamon, molasses, possible level ? But then after tasting it, I said 14 years, 119 proof, Brown-Forman ? President's Choice ? That was it. So, but
So you know
then
what-
when I
why I-
retasted it, I thought I even got more of that Brown-Forman, where I said this could be Jack Daniels.
Yeah. So you know why I love this? Because when I tasted this is a pick of ours. This is the other pick in the mix. When I've been saying this reminds me of Brown-Forman. It actually reminds me of the early times mash bill. This is our Crittenden's pick.
Are you serious?
This is 7-year Crittenden's bourbon. Yeah.
Whoa.
And people in the Discord and in our Discord have been kind of like lukewarm about this pick. There have been many people that are like, I don't know about this. And I'm like, maybe I screwed up, but I thought they're calling it really crafty, and I don't think it tastes really crafty. There might be a little something in there. But, dude, I said that this tastes like President's Choice. Like, it tastes like an older Brown-Forman product.
I wrote President's Choice. I haven't had.
When you said that, I was like, fuck yes.
I haven't had President's Choice since 2019. But in my mind, I'm thinking, what is phenomenal Brown-Forman that is not Jack Daniels, but it's not King of Kentucky? That's what was in my head.
Yeah.
That's
So what? You guess 14 years?
That's Crittenden's?
Yeah. And this is 117.3, and I think you guessed like 119.
I said 119. What is it?
117.3.
Dude, that's pretty freaking good. That's
Pretty good.
I'll slap myself on the ass for that. But what was the age? You said 7?
7, yeah.
It's not double oaked.
No.
Where are they located at?
Mississippi, in Kiln, Mississippi.
53-gallon barrels, or
Yes.
Okay.
And they have some Kelvins left. This is not a Kelvin, but they have some Kelvins left also.
So, let me say this. That distillate in that climate for that long is really, really good. Like that's a sweet spot. For that mash bill in that climate, that's
it aged so gracefully. That's the way I feel like that's the way I think of it.
Because honestly, I think if we go back and rewatch this, I'm positive I said this. I was like, this tastes old, but it also tastes double oaked.
Yeah, you said that.
If it's double oaked, it's done so well.
Yeah.
And then after I tasted it and stuff, I went with it being an older whiskey. Dude, that is wow.
It's
impressive.
so to me it's just like delicate whiskey in some ways, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's not brash, and it kind of mellowed out once it got bottled. This barrel I feel like kind of tamed down a little bit, but I don't know, man. I'm a big fan.
Dude, Eric, yeah. That's the dusty note. That's what you're getting, dude. If anything from the 80s or 90s is going to taste like that. It's just there's a really unique dusty profile. That's what it is. I'm not yet into dusties, but why do 90% of them seem to be in Turkey? Did they? Well, in the 80s, there were bourbon's been through some shit, and realistically, I think that a lot of the 80s distillate from other companies you'll see now are in decanters and things like that, like Beam, Ezra Brooks, stuff like that. Like they were trying to sell bourbon by selling decorations, and Turkey, they continue to sell bottles. They also sell decanters as well. But I think that the 80s and 90s Turkey distillate is just sought after. So you're seeing more and more of it because it's the best stuff. If you go on Facebook Marketplace, you'll find like Jim Beam decanters and other stuff. But it's I think the Turkey stuff from the 80s and 90s kind of mixes between sought after and affordable. It kind of meshes those two together, where it's like, oh, I can get something from the 80s that tastes really good at a price that's not crazy. But if you wanted a Stitzel Weller, you're going to have to be friggin', Cameron before he spent 3 G's on friggin' Watch Hill proper,
Oh, God.
Sean. Oh, dude,
What's up,
no,
Sean?
my wife just texted me, asked me if I was streaming all night. So, anyways, we gotta go to the first place. First place was F. Dude, I think F is friggin'. It's so good. I thought it was some sort of a Buffalo Trace distillate. It said George C. Stagg from some year. Mm-hmm. Phenomenal stuff. So super phenomenal.
So that is Toshi gave this to me. This is a Stag pick. It's 140.4 proof.
That's the funny thing, dude. Let me say this. I went into a whole rant about when Buffalo Trace gets older, it doesn't get oaky, or it just gets more Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I was thinking this could be Stag, but it tastes so good that it can't be a regular Stag Junior. It has to be a George C. Stag. Because they didn't pick up on the oak portion. Like, they didn't pick up on the age of it. It's just so good. That's a hazmat Stag Junior pick.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal stuff.
Yeah, man.
That's so good.
You nailed it. I mean, you did really well on this flight, considering all the crazy stuff in it. So, pretty wild.
It's crafty, but it fights above its belt.
I think Scott was probably talking about Crittenden stuff.
Oh, yeah, dude, the Crittenden stuff is so good. All right. I'm going to call it a night. I've been here live for freaking 3 hours already. Holy shit.
Yeah, man.
It's been a fun flight, though. That was a lot. Like, dude, that's crazy shit. Hey, you have a future being a Matt Madness host, I'm telling you. That's a wild flight. And when I smelled A, when I poured C, I'm like, this is going to be, like, not. Yeah. This is not normal. Not normal stuff, but I appreciate you, dude.
Yeah,
I'll let
man.
you go. Did you say you were sleeping on the couch? Is that what you said?
But I just fell asleep. Yeah. I got home and I got home from River Roots and I'm tapped out. And then Sarah went to bed and I just woke up on the couch. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. Hey, it's 5 days from Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Cam, I love you. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Merry Christmas, bro.
See you in a week. I'm not sure if Cam's streaming next Thursday or not. He might.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
But Friday, as long as we have samples in hand, are you good for Friday still?
I should be. Sarah just moved something around. She's like, I think we're going to Toledo Friday. It's like, if we're going to Toledo, I got to be back by 9 p.m. Because we're doing this thing.
Holy Toledo.
Yeah, there you go.
JG says Sarah kicked. Hey, don't. No. Cam went to the couch himself. All right, I'm going to play this friggin' song, and then I'm going to call it a night. Because I have to play this because it's friggin'. It's so good. And I have to. I'll play. It's 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes long, and then as soon as the song is over, I'm ending the stream. And this is about my Russell's pick. So here we go, everyone. Love you all so much. Thank you for being here. See you next Friday. In the meantime, I hope that Santa brings you everything you wanted. And even dirtier stuff.
So I was on a barrel pick lately, and I'm filming the grounds for my show. The leaves on the trees are all flying by as the buildings peek out from below. Whoa, coming in hot, I line up the shot. God, it's probably the best footage captured by man. Yeah, I'm steady as the wind blows, climbing up the windows, and just as I start my big pan, well, don't you know, I lose my drone.
This is so good.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my god.
Now it's stuck on the roof of a rick house at Wild Turkey. I lose my drone.
Nice harmonies, Jason.
Makes it worse for me. Is it happens when I'm on a pick with the bourbon junkies. Problematic. Problem is they don't have a bucket truck big enough to grab it. And Sean flew around and had it in his view. Yeah, I know I can get it with the drone, but it won't let me try. It says that I would surely lose the drone too. Problematic. Problem is Ryan thinks I'm too dramatic. And evidently Bruce Russell agrees, says fuck your drone, and they leave. Drop me down on my knees, Brucey, please. Oh, I lose my drone. And most of